Let's be real, most ERPs are rigid and slow. Today, I'm flipping the script with Quarto. We're taking a messy 5 lakh construction estimate and turning it into pure project intelligence in under 2 minutes. This is the nightmare: massive spreadsheets or blurry screenshots. Usually, your team would spend 20 minutes manually typing every line, praying they don't miss a zero. With Quarto, we start differently. Logging into the workspace now. While other systems are just data graveyards, Quarto was built for speed and technical logic. Heading into inventory and opening the material requisition chart. We've got TMT steel and OPC cement over 5 lots with GST. No manual entry required. Watch this. I hit choose file, select that estimate screenshot, and upload. Our AI reader isn't just seeing text, it's understanding the context of your project. Look at the grid. Line by line, steel, cement, concrete, it flows in with 100% accuracy. It even maps the different GST rates 18% and 28% into the right columns before I can even finish the sentence. The data is mapped perfectly. No typos, no manual fatigue. It's ready for the next level of project tracking. Check that net amount, it's precise, down to the last rupee. That's the Quarto difference. The AI just saved you 20 minutes of data entry, but in Quarto, that's only the beginning. This is where the low-code flexibility really shines. I'm clicking the settings gear at the top right to enter the engine room. From the tabs at the top, I'm selecting call properties. This is where the magic happens and where we transform a standard ledger into a project-specific tool. See this flexible data slot labeled Value 1? I'm clicking into the caption and renaming it to Wastage Buffer. To make it easy to read on the main screen, I'll bump the width up to 1200. We want this data to be clear and prominent for the site team. Now, watch the screen as I pick up that wastage buffer column and begin the climb. This is the ultimate beauty of the Quarto interface, it is completely fluid and responsive. I'm dragging it past the tax fields, over the barcodes, and moving it up through the entire system hierarchy. I'm doing this because I want this data front and center, exactly where it's useful. No waiting for a developer, no complex database queries, and zero downtime, just a simple, smooth grab and drop right next to the item name. If you prefer a more clinical touch or need to nudge a column into a precise spot, you can also use these up and down arrows to shift fields into position. It gives you total granular control over the hierarchy and the visual flow of your data. Now, we are going back to the remaining slots at Text 1 and Text 2. I'm renaming these to Project Phase and Eng Charge. Think of these as your new custom tracking points, allowing you to categorize every single row by site location or responsible personnel. Finally, I'll set these columns right next to the wastage buffer. In under 2 minutes, we've rebuilt the system interface to track project intelligence, and now, I'll hit the save button. Back on the main screen, look at the immediate transformation. We've successfully injected custom project intelligence directly into our workflow. We now have dedicated columns for wastage buffer, project phase, and the Eng charge, all live and ready for data entry. Watch how smoothly this works. For our TMT steel rods, I'm setting a 5% wastage buffer, tagging this as Phase 1, and assigning Arun K as the engineer in charge. Notice that as I move through the grid, the system handles these custom fields just like native data, keeping everything snappy and responsive. But we aren't finished yet. I noticed the net amount right here at the top, it's sitting at 4,122,195. That's our baseline. Now, let's head down to the second section of the document to handle the hidden logistics of this project. Watch the grid carefully as I add 500 rupees. See that? Check the apportion column. Now, let's up the stakes. The transporter just pulled up, so I'm adding 1,500 for transportation. Look at how the apportion column reacts again. We're not done. Let's add 1,000 for loading charges. As those numbers hit the footer, keep your eye on that net amount at the top. It's breathing and updating in total synchronization with my entries. Let's take one last look at this second section. Every overhead cost is perfectly distributed. Checking the net amount one last time, you can see the final figure is updated with absolute precision. Every rupee and every additional charge is accounted for instantly. And there it is. We started with nothing but a static image of a messy spreadsheet, and, in just a few minutes, we've transformed it into a live, project-coded, and cost-optimized record. That is the Quarto difference. We don't just give you a place to store your data, we give you a system that is as fluid and as flexible as your actual business operations. We've taken the manual drudgery of the past, the typing, the errors, the squinting at blurry screenshots, and replaced it with a system that actually works for you. You're not just managing a ledger anymore, you're running a smarter, faster, and more profitable operation where every single rupee is accounted for. From that initial AI scan to the final apportion cost, this is how you handle high-stakes business in the modern age. This is the power of Quarto.